Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady.
And I'm Gary Knox with the University of Florida, and I'd like to welcome you to Just Fruits and Exotics Nursery in Crawfordville, Florida, just south of Tallahassee.
This is like a life-changing nursery visit for me, just so everyone's aware. Retail mail order, so you can order from them online and have fabulous plants shipped. By far the biggest selection of fruit trees I've ever seen.
Incredible diversity of fruits, incredible number of cultivars of each fruit as well.
Like 42 varieties of figs.
Amazing.
I don't even know how many different persimmons I've just seen. I had no idea there were so many.
Who knew there were loquat cultivars out there, you know? And they have got 10 at least.
And one called Champagne that is 1,000% going into my shopping cart. So we're just gonna take some video to show you this amazing retail mail order nursery. It doesn't matter where you live, you'll be able to shop from them. So here you can see, this is the staging for shipping. Look at how gorgeous these trees are. This is retail mail order. So these plants are, ordered online. They are going to be shipped, I guess, for probably pick up tomorrow and delivered to lucky people's houses. I'm definitely placing an order. I cannot wait to do this. So let's go inside to show the magic behind getting them boxed.
In a box if we did not make our own.
Hey everybody, I'm Jamaic Robinson from Just Fruits and Exotics. I'm here today showing Bree around and just kind of looking through the gardens and walking around looking at all the different fruit tree varieties and everything. So we've been talking about all kinds of different edibles that you can put in your landscape. Like our slogan says, we like to fruitscape, so we're incorporating all the different fruit trees and edibles because they are so beautiful into our landscape. So right now the Mahonia is fruiting. It's got little berries. It's not as good as a blueberry, but they are edible, and they look pretty impressive. Good varieties that really work well for our climate that we're in, and that are homeowner friendly, that are disease resistant. So we're really trying to hone in on all those different unique varieties and that produce well, have really good production, have high quality fruit, and really acclimated and suited for our climate. That's our goal. So we're really glad to be able to provide that and help with that.
But there are a number of cultivars that are only found locally, that somebody in the woods found, or somebody, it was a sport on a tree, and they have since propagated it because it's so superior for this area. So it's really neat how they've been able to find these little niche plants that are so good and then make them available where they wouldn't be otherwise.
Well, and that's so important. I mean, I would have never thought that you could grow apples in Florida.
Yeah. One of the issues here is they grow so many different cultivars that they can't have huge numbers of any one of them. So it's a limited supply situation. They're trying to grow and bulk up more if they can, but still you're always going to have a limited number available to you. So if you see it, you better get it, that sort of thing.
Well, especially with so much interest in growing, permanent food crops.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what their niche is. This just feels like heaven on earth.
Mm-hmm. And let's face it, woodies are easy to incorporate into a landscape to make it a true foodscape. It's easy to put a pear tree somewhere, a persimmon or something like that, in place of an ornamental you might otherwise use.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, the fact that you get something from the tree and it requires the same amount of resources, it only makes sense to include more fruit trees in your landscape.
Exactly.
And we're in the area of figs. There's 42 different varieties of figs here. I can't wrap my head around that. I thought I was hot to trot with 3. So I won't have any room for anything on the new property. I will take up, half an acre of just figs. We have just found a very exotic greenhouse. Oh my gosh. Look at those. Those definitely seem like pineapples, right? Wow, look at that. Oh my. I know in zone 7 these aren't hardy, but they're still worth growing.
Mm-hmm.
Golf Crimson. Oh, it's amazing the different stages of the varieties. Like, you know, this is finished, flowering, is leafed out.
Maybe different chilling hours being illustrated here.
Already you can see fruit development.
Clearly something that maybe needs more chilling hours, something that just got enough, and something that had enough previously.
See, with fruits, chilling hours are really the name of the game. Do you want to explain chilling hours?
Chilling hours are usually defined as the number of hours below 45 degrees, and many deciduous plants tend to require that to have effective flowering, and it's particularly of a concern for fruits because you obviously want all the flower buds to, or as many as possible, to develop into a fruit, and so you want that proper amount of chilling, minimum amount of chilling hours so that you get good flower development and fruit development.
That's a very good
Is
explanation.
that, yeah.
Yes, I always, you know, I struggle to explain this when I travel different places because, like you said, you average what, 400?
450 to 500 is what the historical average is here. In previous years, we haven't been getting near that amount. This year, we actually got something around 700 chilling hours.
So year to year it is very different. I mean, we average about 850, but can sometimes go up to 1200. And that's going to determine your variety. So there is a thing on the internet. You can just type in chill hours and you'll put in your zip code and it will give you this information, and then generally leads to an extension site that will give you cultivar recommendations. Chill hours are really important if you're wanting to grow fruit crops.
And you probably need to look at a long-term average rather than a year-to-year number.
Yeah, well, because nowadays there's no predictability whatsoever, no consistency.
Exactly, exactly.
This is our Mandarin melonberry tree. It's a really unique fruit that we just love. It's dormant right now. The fruit's in late August, and it's just so neat. It gets covered in these big red, they look like big oversized raspberries, but the texture is like a fig, and the flavor is like cantaloupe or watermelon. It's a really neat tree. It's well mannered. It doesn't get too big. It's really pretty. It almost has like a weeping effect, but it more, you know, it's just a really pretty tree in the landscape or in the orchard, and I just thought it'd be a neat one to highlight. We're doing some air layering, trying to get it on its own root system because we graft them, and we graft them on the Osage orange rootstock, which can be a little bit aggressive and it can be problematic with suckering. Ours has been really well mannered, which we're thankful for, but we'd like to get them on their own root system so that we don't have to worry about customers dealing with suckering too bad, and that way they're just a little bit more homeowner friendly. So there's a neat one I wanted to point out, and it's kind of the start of our orchard, where we have a mixed cover crop of mustard greens, winter ryegrass, cleavers. We just do we let the winter cover crop go, and then we'll mulch that all in here pretty soon. Once the mustards are done seeding, we'll mow it back in and let it reseed for next winter. And it's a fun process, and it really reduces the amount we have to fertilize because they are getting a lot of that nitrogen back from our chop and drop kind of system here, our cover cropping. And it's a good way to go. Plus we get to eat mustard greens all winter long, right out of the orchard. So it's kind of double whammy. So the persimmon trees really love it, which is mostly what's in this orchard is persimmons. That's one of our absolute favorite fruits to grow. The trees are easy to grow. They're very productive. They're disease and pest resistant for the most part. Just very, very fun and enjoyable to grow. And the fruit is definitely on the top of my list of one of my absolute favorite fruits. The non-astringents are more of like a crispy apple, and the astringents would be like a soft plum or a very very soft, unique kind of pudding flavor, very sweet. So persimmons are one of our favorite things to grow around here. So thanks for joining us in the orchard here.
Well, this has been like a life-changing nursery visit.
This is such an amazing place, such an amazing destination nursery and mail order nursery.
If you're ever in Tallahassee, this is a must visit, and we're on the way to the beach.
That's right.
So,
hey, it's an easy stop.
Exactly. And what do we have behind us?
We have a kumquat behind us, a Maiwa kumquat. Kumquats are one of the most cold hardy citrus there is, and this is one of the better cultivars.
And it's covered in fruit. Like you don't have to wait. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's visit here to Just Trees and Exotics. I know I'm going to be placing an order, so all of you will be in direct competition with me. So you better get busy perusing the website. And if you are ever in Tallahassee, well, there's an endless amount of horticulture to keep you occupied. And I hope you will consider visiting all of the nurseries that we have gone to. And I'm sure there's even more.
Yeah, please come visit us.
We should be on the Visit Tallahassee
website.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Happy gardening.
Bye now.